Hello everybody and welcome to Joe's Barbecue House. I'm Joseph Sanfratello and today we're going to do whole chickens. They weigh about 5.5 or so pounds and we are going to spatchcock these. This is my very first time spatchcocking, so please don't laugh at me. So my wife Lori went out and bought me a set of these kitchen shears, and they're not too bad. They're only $6, and it has a nice protective sleeve and a couple of magnets there. It's kind of cool. All you gotta do is pop that cover off and start cutting. Okay, again, don't laugh at me. So go ahead and find that backbone, and we're gonna cut on both sides of this backbone. And so far I'm having a little bit of trouble here, but once you just start cutting it, goes like butter. Not too bad. I hope I'm doing this right. Looks good from other videos that I have seen. Let's go ahead and get this other side. I guess it looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and flip this bird over and go ahead and get it straightened out. I'm just going to grab it by the two ends of the breast right there and just kind of give it a good crack, and there she goes, laying flat. I'll do the next one. I'm going to go ahead and do this in a fast play, and you guys tell me how I did in this. Comment in the video. If I did something wrong, let me know. I don't think this part's necessary, but there's some sharp bones right there. I'm just going to go ahead and cut them out. It's probably not necessary, but I think it looks better that way. Okay, now time for the rub. This is my normal SPG that I made. You guys see this in all my other videos. Salt, pepper, and garlic. And this here, I'm going to use the rest of what I have, this Sweeetheat all-purpose rub. It's one of my favorite rubs so far. I do have others I'm going to try. And as you can see, it's already seasoned, and I do apologize because I thought I hit the record button and I didn't. And here we're going to use this Tony's roasted garlic and herb injection. It's a Creole butter. It's really good stuff. I love it with chicken. And after we're done injecting, I'm going to top it off with this Sweeetheat all-purpose rub. So the injector that comes with the Tony's Creole butter, it took a crap on me. So my wife had this on hand. Just a cheap $3 kit. And so far it works great. Okay, so what you want to do is take your Creole butter and pour it in a separate container, like a measuring cup or anything you'd like. And be sure to shake it up before you pour it in there to mix all them ingredients there. And we're going to go ahead and get our injector and let's get these things pumped up. After you're finished injecting, go ahead and take your favorite rub and go ahead and sprinkle it over the top. I'm going to use the rest of this Sweeetheat all-purpose rub that we used in the beginning of this video. So here's my Weber Smoky Mountain. It's the 22-inch version. I've had it for about 6 years now, and the temp gauge finally took a crap, so I ended up putting a River Country glow-in-the-dark version on there. And there's my water pan, and I've always used aluminum foil. with some play sand. Well, unfortunately, I don't have play sand, so we're just going to put aluminum foil around it and run it dry. So here's my dual rack system. Nothing fancy, just a couple grates there. The top grate is what would be used for the bottom. I just bought a replacement. And just some standard nuts and bolts, and now you got a dual rack system. They work really good for ribs and anything else that you like to do with it. Alright, let's get some charcoal in here. It's already preset. That is the Cajun Banded ring, charcoal ring. It's extra large. Could probably fit a whole bag in there. And I got some pecan wood chunks. And what we're going to do is I'm going to light a charcoal chimney. And once they're fully lit, I'm just going to dump them right in the center. Alright, so what I did was I took the coal rack and I wire tied it to this Cajun Bandit ring. So that way, you can just lift it up and go empty it out or do whatever you got to do. Works really good. So what I did is took about a quarter full of a large chimney and lit the coals. And all we're going to do is just dump them in the center and go ahead and put this thing back together. Also make sure that your bottom vents are wide open at this time. One of these years I'm going to put some handles on the side of that cylinder, but go ahead and get it centered up or however you like to put it on there. And I'm going to take these Cajun Banded cylinder locks. It's a kit that you could buy from them. It is so handy, very nice. You can roll it around. You don't have to worry about anything coming apart. So I'm going to go ahead and get these clamped down and add my water pan. And like I said, I'm just going to foil it. I'm not putting any water in it, no sand, no nothing. And I like to see how well this thing will maintain temps. Spoiler alert, it maintained temps like a champ. I couldn't believe it. Now what we want to do is try to maintain temps between 325 and 350. I'm going to try to stick around the 325 range. Alright, let's go ahead and get these birds on. But first I'm going to go ahead and put my temp probes in there. I'm going to stick one in the thigh and I'm going to stick one in the breast. Alright, go ahead and set that timer for 20 more minutes and we'll come back and check the internal temps and see how these birds are doing. Looking at my wireless meat thermometer, and it's showing I got internal temps of 167, and I'm just not buying that, not with the time that we have in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my trusty Maverick meat thermometer and I'm going to double check these because something just isn't right here. So I'm showing temps about 134 degrees in the breasts and some areas were kind of higher, around the 160-ish, 170 range. And so I'm going to still go ahead and let these continue to cook and rotate these birds and rearrange the probes. And after that, I'm going to set the timer for another 30 minutes. So go ahead and set your timer for 30 minutes and we'll come back and check on these. Alright, our 30 minutes is up and we have internal temps of 165, some are 170 in the breast, which is fine. We did inject it, so I have no doubt in my mind that these things are done and looking good. So let's go ahead and get these birds pulled off and we'll see you in the house. The ideal temps to pull them would be about 160, max 165. If they carry over a little bit, it doesn't matter. I guarantee you they'll still be juicy and tender. Okay, we are inside on the cutting board. And I only let these things rest for about 10 minutes because I don't want the skin to get soft. But look at this. So tender and just easily comes right off, cuts right off. Go ahead and go in for a taste test and see how tender and juicy it is. And wow, one bite clean off the bone. Very good, I gotta say. I will definitely be doing this recipe again. This would also be a great recipe if you needed this for any kind of pulled chicken sandwiches or any kind of soup or whatnot to give you that nice smoked flavor. And yes, this was absolutely incredible, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So if you like what you saw, please subscribe, like, comment, and have a good day.